Welcome friends. Today we would discuss the poem We Are the Music Makers. The poem is written by Arthur William Edgar Osongsge and it is one of the poem included in the ISC syllabus. The poem actually celebrates artists and their creativity. There is a long controversy regarding the aim and objective of art. Some poets thought that and propounded that art is for art's sake. Victor Cousin and a group of artists had the credence or belief in the theme that art is for art's sake, but some other poets and creators led by Nietzsche told that art, any form of art, praises some values or condemns some values, and those values are related to life. So it cannot be told that art is totally bereft of life, isolated from life. So they told art is for life's sake. Now let us discuss the poem line by line. We are the music makers and we are the dreamers of dream. Now that we doesn't mean only the music makers, that is persons related to create a piece of music. We denote all the person who are related in the creativity, in aesthetic creativity. Poets, painters and sculptures and so on. That plural first person we also shows the artistic fraternity in which the poet believes. We are the dreamers of dream, that means they by their creativity inspire others to dream, to have some aspiration, some vision of some better days. Here dream is not every dream. Dream is positive dream of bringing a new ameliorative, positive, better society. And they by their creation inspire in this vision, in that dream. Wandering by lone sea breakers, third line of the poem, and sitting by desolate stream, world losers and world forsakers, upon whom the pale moon gleams. And we are the movers and shakers of the world forever, it seems. In these lines, the necessary isolation has been shown. They need that isolation. They sit by desolate stream and they wander, ramble by lone sea breakers, and that isolation is a catalyst for their creativity. They need it. And upon whom the pale moon gleams, it may denote that artists often suffer from financial crisis. It may also denote that people often think them lunatic, chandrahato. So the pale moon, the image of pale moon may be used. Yet they are the movers and shakers. They by their creativity inspire us, enthuse us to think anew and afresh, to be positive, to be human, to be philanthropic, to love the world and our fellow beings. Now to make the video short, I am not reading the second stanza. You have your text. I am explaining the second stanza. With wonderful deathless ditties, ditties means songs, we build up the world's great cities. Not only songs, by their every creation, by their sculptured painters, even by their prose, they create some something that some cities which exist in their creativity. Maybe in reality the cities did never exist, but in and through their creativity those cities existed and they remain there. Even if it is a historical city and they glorify the city, in reality the city may collapse, the building or the palace, the castle may collapse, but that creativity of words stay and they are enjoyed generation after generation by the connoisseur of art and culture, by the readers, by the viewers of painting and so on. In their creativity, one empire's glory is sung, acknowledged, recognized, eulogized, and they make us dream of resurrection, and often they through their creation also trample an empire, show the destruction of an empire. So it shows that the power of pen, there is the adage, pen is mightier than sword, and that adage as if has been amplified in this stanza. In another way, their songs, their creation may inspire people to revolt against some atrocious king or emperor. In this way also, they may act as catalyst of bringing down an empire. In the third stanza, we get two allusions of two places, Nineveh and Babel. Both are mentioned in the Bible. Nineveh was the flourishing capital of Assyrian Empire, and people later, though it flourished, later people became sinful and it came to its ruin. It was destructed. It is told that we built, or our ancestors built, Nineveh with our sighing. It may mean that the tragedy of Nineveh was painted by words by the artists. That is why the sighing word has been used. Otherwise, people built the Nineveh, the lavers also may meant, but the possibility of the first option is better. It is more granted that the destruction of Nineveh has been represented, has been painted by words by the artist, and it is the painting or the description is so vivid, it as if reflects the sigh of the artists, of the poets who write them. And Babel, people made a tower, they wanted to reach heaven, but as they wanted to be equal to God, God punished them. They were given different languages, so they couldn't communicate among themselves, and so they couldn't complete that tower. But when they made the tower, or were making the tower, they were making out of glee, and that glee as if reflected in the description of the tower, in the description of the incident. That is why in case of Babel, it was made with mirth. So we have to remember the allusion, and why the word mirth is used, because the description is a mirthful, joyful or gleeful description of making the tower, because there was the aspiration to be equal to God, and overwhelm them with prophesying to the old of the new world's worth, for each age is a dream that is dying or one that is coming to birth. The summary and synopsis or the meaning or analysis of these last 4 lines is that every age has his own dream. So the aspiration or rubrics or the dreams, visions, features of one age have to be destroyed to give birth to the aspiration and features and dreams of new age. And poets did it, poets ensured it in various ages. This poem and remembers us, make us remember if we have read the Ode to the West Wind. In this poem also, the Shelley expects the power within himself to create regeneration by his creation with the help of west wind. So Shelley was a poet, and he in that poem believed in his own power to create a new age. Similarly, Coleridge in his poem Kubla Khan also revealed the power of art and artistry. Actually, this poem, another information you have to remember, was an ode of 9 stanzas, but generally first 3 stanzas are published under the headline "We are the music makers," and as it is done here. Okay, if you have any query, so this information I just saw from my note and told you, and if you have any query, you please inform me, and like, subscribe. As everyone tell, I have to also tell, Shobhan's Class Talk, we would come back with new discussion on new prose and poem in brief.